Hi, welcome back to my channel. One of the things that interferes with progress is, well, the only people who ever make progress are people who do not go with the normal. They go against the flow. And one thing that's always bothered me is the rendition of, no matter where you look, this is the image you see of a magnetic field, or a similar image. It shows lines of force going into the south end, coming out the north, and returning, and going back in the south, coming out the north, coming back in the south. Now, this might look good in an electronic circuit. However, if we perform a little bit of alchemy here, in a way you could look at it as intake and exhaust, like a jet engine. Intake and exhaust. But this stuff returns south to north. Now let's prove how true this is. Intake. Oops, it works good. Now this one will fall off. Oops, it sticks. Now this is a diagram of an electronic circuit, not a magnetic field. I was told once when I pointed this out to a college professor at Wabansie, a Dr. White, that it goes both ways. He said, no, if that were true, then perpetual motion would be possible. Well, I said perpetual motion is possible. His very good answer, and I'm sure standard one, is no, because you can't get something for nothing. Yet we have an entire universe that came from nothing. Well, a Big Bang. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, so this notion that it goes out one end and into the other, when it obviously sticks on both ends, is wrong. Now there is one way you could do it. You could have a north to a south. You know, that definitely draws it in. Then go a north to a north. That shows it coming out. Problem with that is if you reverse one magnet and do it on the other side, you have it going the other direction. Exactly the same thing. This isn't an electronic circuit. These are magnets. Take the copper bar. You don't see anything. Yet if this copper bar were a coil of wire and you spun this magnet inside, it would generate electricity. And you know, because of this, it sticks, that the magnetic field is passing through the copper bar. Now so it's going in both directions, so that's kind of crazy. Now what else can we see? Even though I did this the standard way, this is still a bit of an illusion, because what happens if we take a piece of metal and we put it here on the magnet? Okay, whoops, there we go, it stands up. If we put it toward the end more, let go, what'll it do? It stands up again. Here, let's gone toward the middle. But the farther you get toward the end, the more likely you are to have it standing up. So when you sprinkle powdered iron over this paper, what you're really getting on these ends here, they're standing up, piling up on top of each other. These are no longer uncharged pieces of iron. These are all little magnets. Once you pour them on top of a magnet, they all become magnets. Just like this. Let's see, we got another one here. Okay, so these are actually starting to stick up and go around. These are too, they're falling down because there's too much weight eventually. And it does fall down. And we'll talk about the negative and positive impacts. I'm trying to keep these short, because I know I'm boring. But the religious implications, we'll throw that one out real quick because we'll talk about that at one point or another. why do we have a magnet? Well, we have our neutral object. But this neutral object here has a north and a south pole, positive and negative energy. Well, everything in our spectrum, our frequency, what we call matter, is the neutral. Good and evil, south, north, positive, negative. Both attract the neutral. Or they're both attracted to us. We have our good, we have our bad. We have our positive, our negative. Biology teacher, Mr. Bates at Lyle Community High School, he told us once if you could find a single pole magnet, you could win a Nobel Prize. Well, a regular piece of steel acts like a single pole magnet. It's attracted to both north and south. A single independently pole. It's not one, but it does act that way. Thank you very much.